Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales. Thank you if you've clicked on my video. I'm on my channel right now to protect the air in my home again from the neighbour next door who is breathing her filthy, disgusting smoke into my home. I don't know who this person thinks she is. She's sitting there, she's viewing me on a camera illegally that is in my home. She's stalking me constantly. This is all this person does. Just like the other two neighbours downstairs, she's obsessed. She's watching me on that camera. She's breathing cigarette smoke into my home, controlling what I'm breathing in my home. She's also watching my heartbeat on a monitor as she does that. And the Campbelltown police are also stalking right now to encourage the abuse. That is the first time they have tonight. But they are also viewing illegally into my home on these cameras, and they can hear what I'm saying, and they obviously did that because they know the neighbour is abusing me, and they're doing that to encourage that neighbour. So hopefully their sirens come out on the camera. They've been very sneaky about their stalking though. They sit just a few streets away so that my camera doesn't pick up the siren. But they're out there stalking right now. Anyway, this person next door, I've told her to stop and she won't stop. So that's why I'm creating this video. While I'm on here though, I just want to thank the people that have subscribed to my channel and the people that are supporting me. Thank you so much, because you are helping me to stay strong in this situation, which is very difficult considering what I'm being put through here. I'm being put through extreme cruelty in my home by my landlord, St George Community Housing, who has put these illegal cameras in my home. They have also rigged the neighbours' range hoods so that they can abuse the air in my home. And this woman that's next door to me, she just lives in the unit right next door. Just outside my front door is her front door. She's within metres of me. This person is being paid to put me through abuse. She's abusing the oxygen that I'm trying to breathe in my home. Not only that, she's also watching me on this camera, and she's also watching my heartbeat on a monitor as she does this. She's watching my heartbeat on a monitor because she gets a thrill out of watching me panic. And all three neighbours that are joined to my unit that have been abusing my air, they're all mentally disturbed people. They're all people that enjoy watching someone suffer. They're all sadists. I mean, this woman next door, she abused me for about 8 hours straight the other night. So that's why I'm making this video now, because I'm not putting up with it. I'm not putting up with it. So St George Community Housing, you better do something about this woman. It's the woman right next door to me. She lives within metres of me. She's being paid to put me through abuse. And she's watching my heartbeat. She's watching me panic. Because I am panicking because I'm so traumatised by these people abusing the air in my home. And she doesn't want to stop. But obviously someone's paying her to do that. She could also be doing it for attention because there's other abusers who view into my home illegally. St George Community Housing is taking money from people who are paying to view into my home to watch me be put through cruelty. This is how disgusting this woman is next door. She's taken money for that. And when she's caught, she's going to prison. She is. Because that's attempted murder. The other night, this woman put me through so much suffering for 8 hours straight. And that was attempted murder. And now she's doing it again. She's doing it again with the audience that's viewing into my home illegally, and she's also got an audience on YouTube watching her trying to take my life. So how stupid is she? It's the same with all these neighbours. The one downstairs tried several times today. There's 3 of them. And they're all smart asses because they take turns, they do, which is absolutely disgusting because there's psychological abuse attached to that too. That's why they're doing it like that. Because the cop, I'm going to say it, the cop who, he's one of the main reasons that this is happening is because of a corrupt cop. This corrupt cop abuses women. He has abused women in really violent, disgusting ways. And this is what the New South Wales justice system, it's one of the things that the New South Wales justice system do not want the public to know about. This corrupt policeman and other corrupt police here in Campbelltown. This corrupt policeman harms women in his spare time for fun. So that is a part of the psychological abuse that's being used with these neighbours. And yeah, that's really sick. It is, but that's what they do. And they're probably being told to do that. These neighbours are taking advice from somebody that's sitting back, could be the landlord who's telling them to do what they're doing. St George Community Housing come out here today with the person that was meant to fix my range hoods, or meant to look at the range hoods and fix them so that neighbours couldn't do this anymore. But their excuse was that they couldn't get up on the roof today to look at them, or they would have to get a specialist out here to look at the problem, and I would have to wait for the rain to stop for that to happen. But in the meantime, I've got to sit here in my home and breathe toxins from this woman next door and the creep downstairs who breathes cigarette smoke into my home. And I've also got to put up with dust that's being sent through into my home, which is very, very hazardous. It really is. And it's not only that, the landlord's actually blocking up his own drains by sitting back telling the neighbours to do what they're doing. Because even when they breathe the smoke through, just by turning their range hood on, it's also sending dust down from the roof. So this neighbour next door is not only contaminating my air with poisonous toxins from her cigarettes that I definitely don't want to breathe in, and she's disgusting for doing that. It's so disrespectful and low life. And she needs to stop. She needs to stop right now. And St George Community Housing, you need to do something about this woman, because she doesn't seem to understand what stop means. So do something about her. I know you're watching these videos because you don't go to the trouble of rigging neighbours' range hoods so that they can abuse the air in a tenant's home to try and abuse them to death, because you teamed up with the justice system to put me through this abuse. You don't go to the trouble of doing that and not watch my channel. You are watching. Tell this woman to stop. And the Campbelltown police, yes, they were just out there stalking because they know that this woman is abusing the air. So it's a group effort. It's the same groups. There's also men out there right now creating noise attacks. They all feed off one another, these parasites. I don't know what they hope to gain out of it, but what they're trying to do is make my heart beat fast and cause a heart attack. They're trying to cause a medical episode so they can get me to the Campbelltown Hospital and put me through abuse, and I may never get out. That's what they're trying to do, because all the emergency services are involved in this in Campbelltown, New South Wales. So that's what's happening. This woman wouldn't stop. I've told her several times tonight. And if she continues, I'm going to continue to talk about it on this channel. I'll be back on here because I'm not putting up with it. I'm just not. I don't have to sit here in my home and put up with that. And this low-life woman next door, she's being paid to do that. How disgusting is that? It doesn't get much lower than poisoning someone's air. And that's what you're doing. You're poisoning my air. I don't want to breathe your filth. And the whole three of them are doing this. The whole three that are joined to my unit. This is why I need urgent help. If there's anyone out there that can help me, please help me. If you can help me raise awareness about this, I would really appreciate that. If you could help me raise public awareness about the abuse I'm going through here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, because it's just these groups, it's the same groups over and over again that just will not stop. And that is the ones that can still abuse their power in the situation, which is obviously my landlord. They're capable of abusing their power. These landlords, these tenants are abusing their power because they have the access to be able to control my air. And, you know, they are mentally disturbed people. And I say that because you would have to be to do what they're doing. It would take a very deranged kind of person to be able to sit there and torture someone in their home like this while they're watching their heartbeat and watching them panic, watching them suffer. That is deranged. And I've got three of them here doing this, and this is why I'm in so much danger, because these people are desperate people and they're obviously capable of taking a life. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. They're very dangerous. And St. George Community Housing, there's a lot of people watching my channel. Why you are even still allowing this to go on is beyond me. You're being watched. You're being watched by people who care about me. You're being watched by people who care enough to subscribe to this channel and pay interest in what's going on. If anything happens to me, you better hope it doesn't, because you're going to be up for murder. Leave my air alone. And yeah, if you can help me, please help me. If you can help me in any way to get justice, please reach out to me on the email that will be attached to this video. There's no help here. My family's involved in this. They're sitting back relying on these neighbours to abuse me to death so they can keep my inheritance and the money that they got from the justice system. And they know they're going to jail as well because of what they've done. They've taken money to purposely isolate me, and they're relying on these neighbours to abuse me to death. That is how insane is the word I used the other day, and that's what it is. It's insane. Absolutely. Their lives depend on me dying, and they're relying on these neighbours. It's sick. It really is. I don't know what kind of family does that, but that's what my family did. And I was good to my family. So, yeah, I need help. The police are involved here, the Campbelltown police. They're involved, and the landlord. Everyone else I've reached out to for help hasn't helped me because they have either been lied to or bribed by the justice system. So please, if you can help me, I would really appreciate it. Thank you if you've listened to this video, and if this person continues to breathe her filth into my air, I will be back on my channel because I'm not putting up with that. And the more videos I have to make about this, and the more you continue to do this, when you're caught, you're going to get a very long jail sentence, because it's going to show how relentless and how cruel you are, disgusting neighbour. Leave my air alone.